The Director of Public Prosecutions DPP Lillian Siyuni has brought her disciplinary hearing before the Judicial Complaints Commission to a dead stop as she requests that President Hakainde Hichilema relinquishes her oath of silence. The DPP is reported to have written to the President to request for a waiver on the 18th of June 2022, and there has been no response yet, even as the Judicial Complaints Commission JCC has since adjourned the matter.
But Green Party President Peter Sinkamba says he understands that Lillian Siyuni of DPP lost her application at JCC to be represented by Attorney General. He added that the state should not be seen in shielding or entertaining gross misconduct and incompetence in delivery of justice. Joining us to further discuss this on the development is the President, Zambia's Green Party, Peter Sinkamba. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, sir.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on your program today.
All right, so let's quickly find out the implication of the DPP's action and reaction to the entire process. Does it in any way mean that the president has to lift her immunity at this time?
No, I think she's just playing legal gymnastics to try and buy time. And that's why we have just advised her to just resign to avoid her being fired at the end of the day, because there's honor in being in resigning than in being fired. Look, we have several people that take oath of office. For example, we have permanent secretaries for various ministries and various government officials from various departments who time and time again are subpoenaed to appear either before parliamentary committees to go and explain what transpired and produce documents before those parliamentary committees. There is no one who has ever said they will not testify on account that they took an oath of office before the president and only the president can allow them to release information. It doesn't work out like that. Because if it was like that, then you can't run government. If every person who was appointed by the president and took an oath of secrecy is going to refuse to testify before either a commission of inquiry or before a parliamentary committee or before a court of law to produce documents, and unless and until the president authorizes them, then the country cannot function. So what she is talking about is absolutely not tenable according to our law, and according to the Inquiries Act. You know, once you appear before a tribunal that has been set up to investigate certain matters, and whatever you are going to produce as your evidence, you are going to be indemnified as a person, and unless what you produce is lies. So you are even told, if you appear before, for example, the Judicial Complaints Commission, they'll tell you that you are indemnified, and for whatever you're going to say, provided what you're going to produce is the truth and nothing but the truth. So what she is talking about is not provided for in any law. If you have to appear before any tribunal, for example, the JCC, it doesn't work out like that. And if she's not very careful, the JCC may proceed to hear the case without her testifying and make a decision, and she will not have any recourse anywhere. That's why for us, we advise her to just comply and do things, because what she's talking about doesn't exist in law.
I'm glad that you just mentioned this, because I was about to ask you what the next position will be. Will this hearing take off, or has it died? And I wanted to find out if Lillian is on ground. Is she on ground to ensure that her demand is being met in this regard?
Look, first of all, the JCC may definitely take up that case and move on. But, you cannot compel the president to issue a waiver, because the president doesn't do that. I've never seen a case where someone is subpoenaed to appear before the parliament inquiry or any commission of inquiry, and they refuse to testify, saying the president must grant them a waiver. It doesn't work out like that. And I don't see President Hakainde Hichilema doing that. So really, I think time is on us, is running out for her. And if she's not very careful, she may end up just being disgraced and being fired for nothing.
All right, well, there's also people who say that Lillian Siyuni is being victimized. Is there any truth to this?
No, she is not victimized. You know, the powers of the Director of Public Prosecution are stipulated in the Constitution in Article 180, in sub-Article 7. And in those powers of the Director of Public Prosecution, there is no power granted to the Director of Public Prosecution to indemnify anyone against any future prosecution on any matter, stopping the police, stopping the Anti-Corruption Commission or any other agents of government to perform their function. She lacks that kind of authority. The only authority she has is that if the matter is in court and she doesn't want to continue with it, she may decide to drop off that case, and she doesn't need to explain to anyone why she has it or he has decided to drop off that case. But there is no power to stop any agency, security agency, to carry out an arrest. She lacks that kind of authority. That was now abuse of powers, and abuse of power like that, then you compromise the delivery of justice in the country. Then it means it means that you can create a scenario where some people will be untouchable, and there's no power like that for DPP. So, and that's where now the issue comes, because number one, you have a situation where you are trying to indicate that the court is being used as a vehicle for corruption, and those who are in a particular class shall not be touched by anyone. And once you create an impression like that, where there is a class of people that can never be touched, then you are destroying the fabric of the delivery of justice. Because then it shows that your country is compromised in the manner in which it is delivering justice, that only those that are poor cannot be prosecuted. I mean, those who are poor can be prosecuted, and those who are rich can never be touched, not even be arrested by the agencies. And that's the problem which is there, that he is trying to undermine the delivery of justice in the country, which has no power like that.
All right. We'll, of course, see how this turns out eventually, and we would love to have you back here, of course, to have more of this particular conversation. Thank you very much, Peter Sinkamba, for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me, and we'll be looking forward.
Absolutely.